This is Lisa and her mother Peg. They are what I like to call American American. Lisa was raised in Apple Valley, California, and Peg in Minnesota. I join them today as they make some good old-fashioned meatloaf and what they like to call heart-attack potatoes.
Yum! Sometimes I feel like she's from a different planet.
Same country, different planet. Lisa wanted to cook something that we cooked when she was a little girl. So that ugly thing there is a meatloaf. But when the kids were little, they liked to have meatloaf for dinner so they could have a meatloaf sandwich in their lunch the next day going to school. And then the potatoes are a recipe that we made that Lisa later named heart attack potatoes.
How come? There's so much butter, cheese,
yeah,
sour
it's not
cream.
A healthy dish. But this was a typical meal: potatoes, meat, and some kind of green vegetable. And we're just going to steam asparagus.
Oh, delicious. And do you guys usually cook together?
When we are together.
When we are together, we do. Yeah.
It's not unusual for Lisa to call me and I'll pick up my cell phone and she'll right away launch into a question about a recipe.
Yes. Food. We talk a lot about food.
And we like that the preparation. I mean, you'll hear of so many women, they'll say that they hate to cook. And it's like that's part of the ritual.
And it's kind of that instant gratification when you cook something and you kind of know it's going to be good, or you know or maybe you don't know it's going to be good, and then people are eating it and then they want more and they're like praising you for it. So it's like kind of an instant gratification thing you get too. So you boil the potatoes and then you grate them with a cheese grater so that they turn out like this. I guess we could have used a tool that we've never really used in our family is a potato ricer. It's like a garlic press, but it's
huge
a big garlic press. So we don't do that. We just grate it with a cheese grater. But that's how you get the potatoes, like that. And then to that you add cheese.
This is why they're called heart attack potatoes.
Don't skimp on the cheese.
Green onions. This is the only green part of this dish. The only healthy part of this dish. Sour cream is cream of chicken soup, just plain old. But my version somehow binds it together and it just comes out really well.
I've done this with milk also, not just soup.
Lisa, do you feel like you incorporate your mom's cooking in your own?
I think you do.
But yeah, I do incorporate. I mean, I'm not as worried about measuring always. You know, so and as I continue cooking and feel more comfortable and get better, you kind of know what will work and what won't. So then you mix it all up,
and you put it in a pan. Now, what
about the butter?
Oh, it's in the microwave. Did you get the? Yeah, that's what we're missing here.
I find it very touching that you guys cook together, and this is something that you share and with each other.
I usually was in the kitchen. I would sit on the counter while she would cook.
And I would give her chores. I mean, I would give her.
I was like a sous chef.
I still have a recipe in my recipe thing that I had her sit there and write the recipe down for me. And it's in her little fourth grade printing. It's the cutest thing. It's lemon squares. The other thing I think I did with Lisa, as I recall, in high school, can I say that? One day a week, I would put money out on the counter, and I'd say, "You're in charge of dinner." And I would just give her the money, and she would come up with something. And she was in charge of the whole meal. I don't think at the time you really were that crazy about the idea. Okay, let me grab a pan.
And then remember when I went to college, I feel like I was one of the only kids that didn't gain weight when I went away to college because the food I thought was so terrible, and people would sit down in the dining commons and just be shoveling this really horrible food in their mouths. And I'd say, "How could you eat this?" They'd say, "Oh, it sure beats the hell out of my mom's food." It's like, I would call you and ask you what you had for dinner. I'd get all, I'd be like mouth watering. Like, "What did you have for dinner tonight?"
So how did this recipe originate?
A girlfriend in Bakersfield, California. I had said, could you have something that's different to do with potatoes? Because I think in American cuisine, potatoes pretty much a staple, and you get sick of the same thing. And she said, "Oh, I've got this recipe, been in the family for years, try this." if you think about what an American family eats, they'll eat lasagna one night, they'll eat tacos another night. You know, that we've absorbed other cultures into our cuisine to where, yeah, tacos are Mexican, but they would be served in an American kitchen.
So then you just mash them in here.
And stick them in the oven.
Wow, how many servings is that?
It's a lot.
12 maybe. Okay, and
Or
that's
like
it.
if you're having a really bad day and you want to drown your sorrows in potatoes?
Yeah.
And then, are we gonna bake these right now?
Go ahead and stick them in the oven. I don't have it on.
Yeah, and this oven is about 1,000 years old. And it takes about 4 hours to heat up, so we would be here all night if we did it that way.
I see.
So this is what it looks like when it's finished.
Wow.
Yum!